well, let's go to Avon Lake, Ohio, real quick, the home of the Ford Motor Company's Ohio assembly plants. Between the Avon Lake plants and their plant in Brook Park as well, Ohio, Ford employs more than 3,000 workers in the general Cleveland area. Joining us now is the mayor of Avon Lake, Greg Zilka. Avon Lake, about 30 minutes or so drive time west of Cleveland. Mr. Mayor, thank you for joining us here on the Hill. Less than 7 hours. Yeah, you got it. Less than 7 hours to go. I'm wondering if you've maybe heard where things stand.
I have not heard since yesterday, and it looked pretty bleak last night, but we're still hoping that they can get a settlement. As Congresswoman Dingell said, the auto industry has been the backbone of this part of the Midwest for a long time. We don't have as many Ford plants or auto plants around, but we do have one in Avon Lake, which, by the way, we share with two other communities. It straddles three communities, Avon Lake, Sheffield Village, and Sheffield Lake. A vast majority of the plant, however, is in Avon Lake, the current plant. It employs over 1,840 jobs.
Of course, everybody would like to see some sort of deal here come together, Mr. Mayor, as soon as possible. But let's just operate in the world for a second that does not happen. What does it mean to your community?
Well, it's going to be a bit of a bump for us. We certainly have to continue to provide the services that our residents expect. We're a community of 25,000. We're a relatively affluent community, and we did pretty well last year with our income taxes because many people continued to work from home rather than to go to their offices 5 days a week in Cleveland. So we saw a bump in an increase in the income tax. And so we have money that we can get through a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months. But if it goes beyond that, it will be very concerning to us to take care of the services that people expect.
Yeah, I just heard you say 25,000, right? Give or so, 1,600 workers. That's a pretty big percentage in your community that work there for Ford. I'm wondering, if things really go south here, are you terrified that Ford might pull out?
Because of seniority, there was an enormous plant, a Ford plant to the west of us in Lorain, Ohio. It closed down in the early 70s. That had over 7,000 workers. Because of seniority, many of those workers bumped people who would be working in the plant that is now in Avon Lake. So a vast majority of the people are not Avon Lake residents, but they pay income tax to the city of Avon Lake. So it's an interesting quirk about that. More and more people are buying houses and moving to Avon Lake, but it's still a vast majority live in the surrounding areas, blue collar Lorain and Elyria and northern Lorain County.
All right, Mayor Greg Zilka there in Avon Lake.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.